All right, everybody. Let me know if you can hear me out there in the chat. Should have my game capture going. This is part of the stream. Every time I have to take a second and mess something up. It's like a tradition. Okay, here we go. I think it's going good now. Let me double check this. Yep, looks like we got it going. All right, it's Wednesday, everybody. You know what that means? Marvel Rivals. Let's see what we're up to today. Check on my Moon Knight progression here. Proficiency. Okay, we're Centurion. Yeah, we're so close to getting Lord. Let's go ahead and work on that. Let's try to get some Lord. How's everybody's weeks going out there? Let me know in the chat if you're popping in to say hello. Hello to you. I'm doing good so far. It's the week of Dia de los Muertos here in Mexico. And so I'm looking forward to this weekend seeing some really cool stuff. Actually, they've been doing stuff all week here and there. I haven't just like the moon. But I'm looking forward to seeing all the interesting things that they do. I know it's not like American Halloween. It's much different. And so I'm looking forward to seeing all the different ways it's different, right? All the costumes and things like that. I know that Dia de los Muertos has like kind of like stock characters, like La Catrina, is a skeleton lady you always see out there with a big hat. So I've been wanting to go to a Dia de los Muertos thing in Mexico.
Friends call me Mark, or Stephen, or Jake.
They'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
They'll be coming in 30 seconds. Make sure to keep myself in game so I don't bother anybody who are playing. This map, I wish there was a way to like go around, but I haven't found it. I don't think you can. No, you see it. Oh, does it stop you? No, it doesn't. I thought it would. Oh, okay, cool. Good to know. Must be another map that I'm getting confused with. This is a top tier defense map for Moon Knight. You see what I'm saying? I already got my drift going. Alright.
Thank you very much.
Can we get away? Oh, we did, but we're gonna get murdered now? Ask for help? Too late. Look at that. No sooner did I ask for help. Maybe instead of help, they gave me death. That was like my mercy killing there. If you're new in the chat, feel free to say what's up.
I've come back from
We're
far
trying to
worse
get
than that.
Moon Knight Lord here. We're actually very, very close to getting Moon Knight Lord. Then maybe we'll work on some. We'll do some competitive. I wonder if I can, how far I can get playing older Moon Knight. Comp. Do I have my double jump? No. Do I have this? Yes. Let's go around here. Save some time. Can I go this way? No. Is that gonna kill me? Yeah. Ooh, it almost did. Ooh, that was a close one. Let's. Cheeky little kill over here while nobody was looking at me. Line. Thanks. Daredevil. Ow. Oh. What the heck is that? I bet it was a... I was betting it was a Star-Lord, but actually it was a... Spider-Man. Well, he got the final kill. It didn't show me quite who was hitting me like that. They were like slowly whittling me away. Not sure who it was. Alright, let's take our shortcut. Let's take our shortcut. I'm not doing that great at this one. This is a really good map for Moon Knight, though, especially on defense. Can I get this way? Let's see what we're doing here. Tremble before blast! Did he absorb my aunt? Like, how come?
Us against the world.
The moon haunts you. I'm gonna die. They're gonna punish me for that. Yeah. I didn't quite get as many kills as I wish I had. But I felt like I was alone, and perhaps
I've come
I
back
could have
from
done
far
something.
worse than that.
I took the risk. Whatever. We die, we die. And we already got the car back, so that's good. Not that bad. Move.
Hey, team! Enjoy the amplifier!
Push him back? Yeah, we did.
Conch, you made me do it. Needed that. Thanks.
No. No bother.
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
Leave me alone, Spider-Man. Keep your hands to yourself, Peter Parker.
Rise and fall. Vengeance
He
is
really just let me beat his ass like that. I'm sorry, beat his butt like that. I apologize for being foul language. I've gotten so many language warnings on this game already. What the heck is I trying to do? Don't you start like to ignore me?
Here they come.
I guess I'm not gonna hit him either. What are we doing around here, chat?
Very much. The power of the moon.
We get out of here. Well, at least we didn't waste our ult. Almost ulted out of sheer reflex right there.
Back where I started.
Not quite. Oh, that whole building. That is one really cool part about this game. That they've got that building destruction. Let's see if I can jump around this building, drop my ult, and buy us some time
There's
here.
still a chance to stop them.
On your toes. Here they come.
I think I missed with that ult.
Vengeance. Alright, that feels better.
Oh, so happy. Nice, we made it. That was pretty hectic. Oh man, that Nemo was doing great. I wasn't doing so hot. What can I say? It's just the warm-up game anyway. It doesn't count. Let me know if you can hear me out there. I always need some mic check. Should be good. Should be up. Let me double check my OBS here. Yeah, this should be picking me up. Hello. One more round it is. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that Dia de los Muertos. It should be good. Have you ever gotten to experience any of that? I kind of did in Texas, but I want to see what it's really like, you know, authentic Mexican style. And I'm over here in the Yucatan, so it's not the same culture exactly as the rest of Mexico. It's pretty unique. They've
I
got their own
dare
language.
through the cloudless night, just like the moon.
I wouldn't say they have their own language, but surely their language is mixed more with Mayan. I hear a lot of Mayan words here and there. I'd love to give you an example, but I don't understand it, so there's that. I'm used to speaking Spanglish, and here they speak like Espanmaya. They're mixed. It's pretty cool. I'll eventually pick up some of that while I'm here. So that'll be good this weekend. Also looking forward to getting bored on Moon Knight. Really been thinking Moon Knight. He's a really great character in the comics.
Strength.
I started reading
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
all the Moon Knight comics back from 2006, and I'm almost caught up. I'm going over last year's Phases of the Moon Knight, or Phases of the Moon, I think it might be called. And I'm about halfway through that. It's only 4 issues. And then I can start on the latest run, the current run, which started last year. And it's 13 or 14 issues into its run. Now, I'm not a big fan of waiting. I hate to wait for stuff. I would rather wait till something's completely over with, like a show or a book series or something, before I even get into it. Just hate to wait. Like back when Game of Thrones was coming out a million years ago, having to wait a week for each episode was torture. So I don't know if I should give it put it down, like or not put it down, but not even start it until it's done, so I can avoid that for myself and just read something else on my list. Like I've got TMNT on my list. I've got.
No one asked for your opinion, robot.
All the way back there. Can I live? Oh yes, thank you.
This doesn't mean could use some healing, Khonshu.
Excellent heal. All right, let's push this a little bit. Who dares to? Oh, it's cool.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I didn't quite get the hit on the blade like I wanted. That arc will come in handy soon. Soon. Maybe not today. Maybe not tomorrow. Soon. And for the rest of my life. How dare you put your hands on me, you lawyer? I'm gonna hit you with a stick, huh? What do you think of that? Oh. Whoa, I thought that was my Hulk! Oh no! Oh, okay. I lived. That was scary. You messed up, Bruce Banner. Come here, you nerd. Oh, maybe we messed up.
On your toes. Here they come. Thank you very much.
Oh. Did you see that Honk block my shot? That was not me. That was not me.
I'll give Richard Plan a chance.
Could you imagine if I could aim? Oof. What a great Moon Knight player I would be. If I could only aim or hit what I'm aiming at. Step 1, aim at what you want to hit. Step 2, hit what you're aiming at. Let's sneak over here and try to get a... I don't want them to see me coming though. I think that's too late for that. That Captain America already saw me. Here, you know what up here?
Alright, that feels better.
So what was I saying? Oh yeah, my comic book list. Yeah, I've got TMNT on there. I'm gonna read the IDW one, not the originals. I tried to read the originals, but I'm such a... I can't stand the old illustration style. Like, that's why even when I said before that I had read all of the Moon Knight, I started with the 2006 because the earlier one, the illustration was not good. I want that kill. This Captain America.
We are undefeatable.
Oh, he's coming up from behind. I hear him under there. What is he doing? He died anyway. I wasted all that time.
The wounds are gone. Thanks.
There's Squirrel Girl.
The
Got her.
squirrels are going to hate me.
Alright. But yeah, the old illustration style of the comics are, I can't deal with it. I just got killed. That was not nice of me. But I just wanted to make sure that the healer was dead. Got that kill too. What am I shooting at? I thought that thing was somebody. Got that kill too. Gosh, I'm just a kill stealer today. Shame on me.
Gods!
I am ready to put on a show.
I'm not gonna bother trying. Oops, still that kill too. I'm not gonna bother trying to go after that. Luna rush. Cute one here.
You owe me one.
See, the next one to come out of that ought to be. What the heck was I doing? That was terrible. I'm embarrassed of myself. Don't nobody even. The moon. Is that our last? I guess so. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I don't know if there's going to be another round, and then I use the alt, and I regret not being able to start the next round with the alt. That's always a waste. But the old school TMNT illustration is not my favorite. It's distracting to me. Is what it is. But I read a bunch of reviews on it, and I looked up as much info as I could about the two series, like comparing them. And you know what? The newer one, the second owner, I guess you could say, or second publisher of the stories, had the original writer working for them. So it's like, why not? And they restarted the story anyway. So who cares? I'll just start there. No big deal. So that's on my list. Then I've got some of the Ultron stories from Marvel on my list too. So I'm thinking about maining Ultron once I'm done.
Through the cloudless night, just
Once
like
I get
the moon.
Lord on Moon Knight, that's what I'll do. So then I like to, whatever character I'm playing, I read all their stories. I did the same thing with Loki as well. And the Loki stories are so good. Oh man, I can't. Anybody's interested, I'll share with them my Loki reading list. But it was so good. Those stories were like, they'll make you cry. They're really good. And I love that they not only changed his character, he had a lot of character growth. That's what I mean by change. But the other writers have respected that and kept that
Khonshu has
going.
guided me this far.
They've reflected it in their own
I
writing
trust him.
of Loki, which is great.
Get ready.
And like in a couple stories, he gender swaps, and it's cool that Odin, even though he's old, he's like their dad, and generally like not a good person or a good dad, always respects Loki's gender identity, which is really great. I find that to be very sweet and charming.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do
So
is
I've got a couple of Ultron stories, and actually, believe it or not, even though I've never read it, I looked up a bunch of, whatever I could on the subject before I started. And Age of Ultron is not recommended by Ultron fans. Shooting into a shield.
I tried to keep him out of trouble, but he wouldn't listen.
The extraction area is yours to capture now.
Thank you very much.
Ooh, almost got it. Oh, I still got it. Thor, how many times I gotta teach you this lesson, old man? Ah, thank you. Usually when a healer and a I thought it was gonna stop. When a healer and a tank are near each other, and I use one to bounce off the other, it's the healer that dies and not the tank. But in this case, it was the opposite. The Thor was just too low. Dang, I don't know how I could have played that one differently.
Still not dead.
I could have ran away and left them the point repositioned and gotten a better,
I found one of our critics.
how do I say, angle, I guess, on the whole thing, but
Vengeance is mine.
This is real!
was looking for a spot to get out of the way. Oh, shit. Get the right stick.
Still not dead.
Their team's capture progress
It's
has
okay.
passed the halfway point. Control C.
So I was reading about the algorithm of the way that they do the pairings for the games, and Rivals like learns if you the kind of person to quit after losing, and the algorithm is set up so that you never you don't ever shut the game. They want you to stay playing as long as they can. So if they will put you on a losing streak only as long as they think you will put up with it. How the heck? I don't know how that Blade's ultimate works. Not just that way, any Blade's ultimate works. So he doesn't even need to be attacking you to kill you, I guess.
Come on, Khonshu. Let
Just
me
being near him
rest.
hurts. That's okay. We live, we learn, we get lost.
Enemy ahead. Prepare to engage. Together to
We have
victory.
A gift from Khonshu never rests.
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man.
Okay, we did a little damage. Oh, got the plan. Okay. Get out of here, Blade. I'm Moon Knight.
Medicine.
I'm not a huge fan of Blade being Moon Knight. I guess they're trying to make him more relevant. It's kind of weird, considering the last thing that... What are you gonna do? Oh, he's gonna... Yeah. I thought he was gonna try to get me. Considering Blade... Okay, vampire hunting, right? So what? So then how come he hasn't been fighting vampires in any of these Marvel? Okay, what I'm trying to say is this. So they gave him the skin and all that for Moon Knight because in the show, in the zombie show, that's what happens. But he's fighting zombies. Okay, so that's one. The Marvel the Marvel Zombie show. Let's play. Then you've got Rivals. Okay, same thing. So it's just a copy. So it's two things. Then
Khonshu has guided
at
me
the
this
end
far.
of
I
Eternals,
trust him.
when Kit Harington finds the sword, and he's supposed to be like the Black Knight or whoever. I forgot the name of that character. It's like not a very well-known Marvel character. He hears a voice saying something like,
30 seconds
"Are you
before you
ready
attack.
for the blade?"
Get ready.
or something of that nature. And that was confirmed supposed to have been Blade's voice. Or yeah, because it was the voice of the actor, the new actor who they have to play Blade, even though the movie hasn't come out yet. So that's 3. Plus, if you count the Blade appearance in Deadpool, which why wouldn't you? That's 4. So we got 4 Marvel projects, all with Blade, since 2011, when the last Blade movie came out. And in none of them does he fight a vampire. Not one vampire to be seen. But yet, Blade all over the place. So, why? Why can't we see Blade killing a vampire? What's up with that? Is that just not something we're ever going to get to see
I
again?
found them.
Oh, there's Thor. Leave me alone, you bully.
A gift from Khonshu.
Oh, he did leave me alone. Uh-oh. No, I've played too much Thor to let him kill me.
This area is yours to capture now.
Where's this going to go? It's going to go right here. Can I not hit him? Did you guys see that? How many times am I going to miss the same Thor? He's gonna ult? No. I thought he was since he came running in like that. Alright.
Don't blink.
Again, just to remind everybody, this is not a stream of hey Shug! What's up, comrade? Glad to see you. Live. Let me get away from this. I was just saying what a bad shot I was. Score was. He wasn't even dodging. I was just missing him, but he was standing so still. Okay, good. Can I get away from this? No. The answer's going to be no. We're going to go. Oh, keeping grandpa hours? I'm trying to figure out how to change the time that I'm supposed to stream on Twitch. It's got it set for 8 p.m. but Eastern Standard or Eastern Daylight Time. But I'm in Central Time. I'm 2 hours behind that. So, or I guess that would be Mountain Time. I'm not sure. It is 8:30 where I am. And I just don't know how to change it. But on everywhere else on my stream channel it says the real time, except for on the schedule. I don't know how to change it. It doesn't give me the option like drop down menu. Yeah, Mountain Time. Yeah, I'm all the way out here in, which is okay. So it's kind of weird. Now, that was something that took me a minute to figure out. I'm in the Yucatan in Mexico. So technically, by by geography. Oh no! What the heck? Let me live. By geography, I shouldn't be in Mountain Time because should be 1 hour behind it, Central Time, because I'm like right under Louisiana, I guess, geographically. But because Mexico City is Mountain Time, then everyone else has to be Mountain Time too, I guess. They don't do that in Mexico like they do in the U.S. But every state gets its own time that actually matches with where they live. I'm gonna die. Bye. Doing so bad on this one. And so to keep track of everybody, all my friends and everything, I've got my computer set to Eastern Standard, so I know it's 10:30 there. Yeah, China only uses one too. Yeah, there are pros and cons. I've got my computer set to Eastern Standard. I've got my e-reader set to Central, and then my phone is on my real time.
Camouflage is stupid. I want the enemy to see me.
So
and
yeah,
be
grandpa
afraid.
times. I know what that's like. Yeah. Oh, you're in the Gulf too? Yeah, right on. Oh, because you said that you were from Alabama? No, I can't remember now.
30 seconds.
I think it was something like that.
Get ready.
But I've been living, Alabama. I got really good friends in Alabama. I almost lived there. It was between Alabama, Texas, and California for a minute there for me last year. And I still might. I got friends out there with a whole lot of land, and they're developing it. Not like to put. Not like a development, but they've got a farm and all that, and they want to build another house or two on it. And they were offering
to stop me from seeing it through.
To go out there and give me land to build my dojo on. It ended up not happening. I went to Texas instead. That was horrendous. I've got the aim of, I don't know what. Got the aim of someone really bad at aiming.
Worse than that.
But yeah, Alabama. Nothing like land. Yeah. Yeah, it's really nice.
Great. Now my fists are all slimy.
Let's not go out there by ourselves. All right. I don't know what I'm doing. I got 20 kills, and I don't know how. know how.
Khonshu, watch over me.
Yeah, I ended up going to Texas instead, but who knows? Who knows where I might end up. Kind of like,
The god of thunder!
I don't really plan things. I kind of fly by the seat of my pants. And that's how I ended up in Mexico.
I like a good challenge, Namor.
Oh, finally got it. Oof! Keep your hands off me.
Feels better.
Is he not dead? No. How? How do things like that happen? Okay, why is nobody standing there?
I am
The shark at least I can hit. Easy target. Slow and big. So I'm not from Mexico. I'm from New York. And my friends who I was staying with in Texas
Khonshu never rests.
thought I was going to miss one. We're looking for a spot to go where it was cheaper to live, and medicine was cheaper. That's a big one. I've got members of my extended family, my chosen family, who they need a lot of medical care. It's very, very expensive. Prohibitively expensive, some would say, in America. I want to get hit by that whale? Get medical. So, save me. Khonshu bless me. So we're looking at a bunch of different places, and actually even Thailand was. Even Thailand was on the list for a while. The suicide shark. You know what? I appreciate the dedication that shark shows by killing himself, dedicated to the cause. But it's a bunch of laws changed, like kind of last minute in Thailand, and they made it difficult for people to immigrate there. And that was mostly because people keep going to Thailand and like disrespecting locals and taking advantage of people. And so the government decided to do something about it. And like most things, you know, people who break the rules kind of ruin it for everyone else. So Mexico was always on the list too. Cost of living is low, medicine is good and inexpensive, and LGBTQ friendly was another big one. So we looked up we had a whole big spreadsheet with all the stats of the different like major cities. Can I hit this shark that's standing still? No. And Merida, where I ended up going, was one of the safest cities in North America. No, not just North America, all of America. Canada, USA, South America. It's one of the top, like 5 or something, safest cities. And been here a few months, and I like it so far. Everybody's really friendly. Food is really good. It's an old city, got that historical feeling to it. It's like if you've ever been to like St. Augustine, Florida, kind of gives me that vibe, or like New Orleans. I don't want to feel it. So. Digging it. I just went over to Campeche, which is about 2 hours southwest of the coast, and it's a whole city that's built inside of a fortress, an old Spanish fortress from like the 1500s. So it's a cool spot. But no, I'm not Mexican. I don't. I've never been here before ever. It's funny too that I was when we were going to go to Thailand. I was kind of lamenting that I wouldn't have time to visit Mexico before I left because, you know, I was living in Texas. How much closer can you get? And then I was going to move halfway around the world. And as fate should have it, I get all the Mexico I could ever want. Have you ever been? And it's cool too. It's a big country, and the Yucatan where I'm at is like well, it's kind of like most places on the Gulf where it's got that humid tropical feeling to it. But then there's, you know, northern Mexico, which is a little bit more like a desert. You know, it's got that climate like you'd see in an old Western movie.
You'll need a top-notch
So,
team to win this one.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm digging it. I'm gonna go to this week is Dia de los Muertos week, so I'm gonna go out tomorrow night and probably I'll see how many times I can go. But there's something a different like event happening each day. Okay, so we got 2 healers, 2 DPS, and 1. I'm trying to get Lord Moon Knight.
Get ready.
Moon Knight. But I've been wanting to go to see Dia de los Muertos forever.
Not always in the right direction.
And now I got the opportunity, so it's cool. Can't wait to see what it's like. Compared to, like, I'm a big fan of Halloween stuff. The spookier, the better, right? And I'd love to see like how it's different from like American style Halloween.
2, 1. Ready to capture the available area and extract some goodies? Let's go!
What's cool about Mexico too that I learned over here is they have real leftist political parties. Like not like Democrats, but like actual left-leaning parties. Not left-leaning, like left parties. And to the point that
Almost didn't make it again.
like they're not just one either. There's a bunch of them, and they kind of get together to support each other. And the president even is a leftist. And so it was cool to learn that they have left political parties. There's actual like representation. Let me amend what I said. Maybe the president isn't quite a leftist, but he's certainly left-leaning. You know, I don't think anybody can be quite left enough for me to be happy. But any politician, that is. Oh, let's still try to kill you. I am like that. Oh, thanks, Jeff. Oh, you messed up. You done messed up, Blade.
We got a spider problem.
Didn't really do anything. Quite the best ult I've ever made us some space. I'm not Mexican by my. Oh, yeah. There I go, getting eaten. No, my parents are Cuban, actually. And it's kind of an interesting thing to deal with when you're Latino, but you're born in America.
Get up, my
I
fist.
remember the previous president being called a leftist. Obrador, yeah. But I didn't notice there was similar things about it. Yeah, she was elected by. How do I say that she was? All the leftists kind of gathered behind her to be elected. It's like we get like a parliament type thing. So she's as left as they could have gotten realistically. But she's not as left as previous ones. Yeah, you're right.
I tried to keep him out of trouble, but he won't listen.
Now that ninja will kill me. There I go. So yeah, I was saying like, born to Latino parents, right? in my house growing up, we only spoke Spanish. They only spoke Spanish
Back where I
until I started having to go to school.
Bond resources.
And then, from what they told me, I was having issues learning to speak because
More resources.
learning to speak English, that is, because I was getting both languages. So they decided for me to only speak English at home. Now, in my town, we were the only Hispanic family. So I
Resources.
quickly learned English and never had to use Spanish again. So I forgot it.
The wings are gone.
Then fast forward, like 15, living in Miami, I kind of learning it. But it's not as easy to pick up a language once you're a little bit older. And so now I'm living in Mexico, and I have to use Spanish every day, and I'm like struggling. Because the Spanish here is not quite the same as what I'm used to. And like I said, I'm not really fluent like I used to be.
Good. You needed it.
So what I'm used to hearing from... Now, in Mexico, I never ever get this. They're much friendlier and more welcoming. They're not gatekeepers so much with your identity of being Latino.
Pick me up.
But in America, I get this all the time. In the United States, I'm still technically in America. Or not technically, I still am realistically in America. But if you say, oh, I'm Cuban, they'll say, well, were you born in Cuba? No, I was born in America. Okay, so you're American, you're not Cuban. All right, well then, then Americans will be like, you're not really American, you're Cuban. You know, you're not.
Fist.
Your parents are not from here, and so therefore you're barely count. You're the child of immigrants. So you're not quite accepted 100% by anybody. And then combine that with like I said before, I was from New York, right? But when I was
That feels better.
when I was a teenager, my family moved to Miami. So New Yorkers will say, well, you're not really from New York. Because you weren't there long enough. And Miami people will say, well, you're not really from Miami because you weren't born here. So I'm in this position where, okay, well, I'm not a New Yorker. I'm not from Florida, which is fine. I'll take that. I'm not dying to be from Florida. I'm not a Latino. I'm not an American. What am I? I'm nothing. I have to be kind of like my own thing. So at some point, I had to come to terms with coming up with some identity that was 100% just my own, not reliant on any accidents of birth, as I like to call it. I knew as soon as I got wrapped up by that spider chick that ninja was gonna kill me. So
She's got my back after.
anyway, I don't even know where I was going with this. I just got rambling. That's the story. And in Mexico, mind you, they're super friendly. I find them all the time. Never met a rude person here. Now, I don't know if that's because I do speak enough Spanish that they know that I would understand what they would say if they decided to talk about me. I can't say that for sure, but it doesn't feel like that to me. I feel like they're genuinely just nice. They want to tell you where you can go to see all the good sites and recommend places to eat and things to do and where to go and how to get there and all that. They're very welcoming. Now, I do keep it to myself, except for broadcasting on the stream where anybody can see that I've been living here. I'm still within my visa. But recently there was a lot of protests, very loud protests in Mexico City about immigrants coming over, specifically Americans, making everything so expensive. And it's kind of funny to see that because the same thing happens in the U.S., right?
Rise and fall.
Where people will complain about immigrants coming over, taking their jobs, raising the prices, and all that. But it's really the fault of not of the immigrants who are coming here looking for a new life, but the landlords and the employers and everything who take advantage. Let me see what you wrote here. I do hold that gatekeeping is a good tool. God damn, is it abused in the most absurd ways, especially when it comes to identity in the West. Yeah. I mean, yeah, gatekeeping can be good, right? Can be good. But I'd like you to elaborate on that. But it can, yeah, it definitely does get abused. It's looked at completely negatively, right? Gatekeeping is like a bad. If you call somebody a gatekeeper, you're not complimenting them.
A gift from Khonshu.
Kill this. Okay, she's coming to kill me. Let's float away gracefully. Like there's definitely a, how do I say, a benefit to.
Good night.
Well, what's a good example? Talk about how gatekeeping can be good. Like, being a doctor. Not anybody can just say they're a doctor. That would be dangerous, right? I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but that's the best example I can come up with. It would be absurd if I said, if I put up my shingle like I'm a doctor and started operating on people and all that, and then someone calls me out and say, hey, you never went to medical school. How could you, you're doing medical malpractice, and I say, hey, you're a gatekeeper. Would you write who we let in our own homes? Yeah, I agree. Yeah, to that, 100% I agree. I'm not going to let any stranger in off the street. That's not wise, right? We don't want to be discriminatory, right? But there has to be some gatekeeping, right? Like I always say, there's an old saying that you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, right? But then again, books have covers for a reason. Imagine going to a library and no book had a cover. What would you do? Just randomly pull stuff off the shelf, hoping that you would find, like, they have a cover for a reason. Let's see what you wrote here. A lot of the whole social contract thing revolves around gatekeeping, but we consider appropriate within our spaces. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, well said. That would be a kind of gatekeeping. Oh, that's the thing with language now, that, I mean, if it doesn't evolve, then it's dead, right? But I really swing wildly between my opinions of, like, look, as long as I understand what you're trying to say, I don't care what words you use. Versus, no, all words have a very specific meaning, and I urge you to use the right words to mean what you're trying to say. But I guess if languages don't change, then they die, right? I don't know. I am of two minds when it comes to these kind of things. You never, yeah, exactly. I don't want to be pedantic. Precisely. So I always try to be precise in my language. I always try to say what I mean. But other people don't. And and it gets on my patience sometimes. Like, why not just, say what you, I didn't, oh yeah, I know I said those words, but what I meant was something else. Okay, well, why don't you save us all a lot of trouble and just figure out what you wanted to say before you, I don't know, read a book. It's probably not nice to say.
Get ready.
Ultimate philosophy, if it's more important to you that you like the words you're using than it is for others to understand what you mean, you're not trying to communicate. You're just masturbating. Yeah. No, I agree 100%. Exactly. Because in communication, the reason why we talk is that we cannot transmit pure thought telepathically from one mind to the next. So we have to talk as our main form of getting those ideas across. So then, if we're gonna do it right. I don't know. If you don't care if people understand you, you're doing exactly what you said. You're just doing it for your own pleasure and no one else. For no other reason to hear your own voice. I shouldn't be wasting all my time beating it. But some people don't feel that way, and that blows my mind. I feel the complete opposite. What's the point of I don't talk to somebody unless I'm trying to get some information across, you know, like, or make them laugh or something. But it's important that they understand what I'm saying, regardless. I died. Yeah, I've got the chat robot there flagging dirty words. It doesn't, just because I'm playing, so I can't be doing both. I don't have. There are always more of me. Oh wait, it's asking me to allow. Yeah, I'll allow. Okay. I didn't realize it wasn't in the chat. I watch what I'm saying because I'm playing Rivals, and I have a feeling that even though my mic is muted, it can still hear me. And if you say dirty words, they will ban you from talking. And how dare you, Iron Man? That's what you get. Don't mess with me, Tony Stark. Ah, I'm so happy. Oh, it's gonna cost me my life. Man, I could have done a bunch of things. I could have dashed away and gotten some overhelp. I could have used my right click, but I wasn't thinking. I got too focused on trying to get away from that blade to use any of the abilities to help me get away from the blade. How are you healing? Why is this blade so hard to kill? Alright, laser curves. Oh, that's not how I saw that turning out. It is what it is. That one. I may end up having to go, talking about going to different places, I may end up having to go to Japan sooner rather than later. I was talking before about opening dojo here, so I've been practicing Bujinkan Budo Taijutsu for a long time. And I ran into a wall. And so that's what I have. So that's the art that I have rank in. And I'm trying to see to what it takes to get certified as a teacher in that, right? So the way it's done is you need to be a 5th degree black belt to get your teaching certificate. In order to get tested for your 5th rank, you need to have somebody of at least 5th rank vouch for you. But that test only happens in Japan, right? So I found a teacher here. We got to know each other, you know, feel each other out, make sure that we both like each other enough that we can have a student-teacher relationship. And
we are undefeatable!
Judge, jury, executioner!
Then I knew I was gonna. So, and then we can move forward, right, with that. So he's asking me, well, okay, what rank do you have? So I told him 12 years ago I got my 2nd degree black belt. He's like, oh, cool, that's great. He's like, so we meet up and he kind of tests me and sees what I'm about and sees what skill level I'm at. So he says, yeah, you should be higher ranked. Um, I'll rank you to 3rd degree, and then you'll get your junior instructor's license, and you can open a school. You know, I'll give you permission. I'll be your, I'll be the lead instructor, even though he's in a different city, but I'll be teaching with his permission. So he asked me, hey, do you have your certificate? And I'm like, nah, it's been 12 years. Yeah, I don't have a certificate. And here I learned that the only way, I'm trying to like contact the headquarters so I can get a copy. The only way you can contact is through snail mail. Like, you have to write them a letter. If you go to their website has 3 pages. The first page is a picture of the Grandmaster, and it says Bujinkan Buddha Taijutsu, whatever, homepage. Then the second page is like the rules, kind of like what you have to, like how they expect you to behave, and if you are a criminal or you whatever, they kick you out, or they could kick you out, and stuff like that. And so it's like a 7-line thing. Then the 3rd page is how to contact, and it gives you their address in Japanese and in English, and it says this is the address. It has to be a letter, and all communications must be in Japanese. I've never seen a more like bare bones website. Right? It's all in black. It doesn't need to even be 3 pages long, and it doesn't really tell you much. So I always assumed that if you were a master, you would have some kind of, I don't know, email or something that everybody else would have, that nobody else would have access to. But no, I learned that you have to either speak Japanese or you go there in person. And in person, then they can, translate for you. But otherwise, no. Which kind of, I never realized that, but it tracked. Because all the black belts that I've known in the past have all been to Japan. So now I'm in this position where I gotta go there, and hopefully they have record of me being part of the system. And if not, I'll have to start back at rank 1. But it's kind of wild how that's the only way to do it. So it looks like I'll be taking a trip over to Japan this year. Have you ever been to Japan or outside the country? I would be interested in hearing. So that's going to be on the schedule for me this year, which is not what I expected. And it seems crazy that that's the way they would do things, but it kind of tracks too, because you fell off a bit. Because everything with the style is very occult. How do I say, hidden? Like, even if you want to find a teacher, right? You need to look on your own. So I'll give you a comparison, right? If you wanted to learn judo, you can look up the United States Judo Federation, and the website will tell you, okay, these are our rules of conduct. Here's every teacher that's ever been, certified with the Judo Federation. Here's their contact information if they were willing to put it out there. You can look up their school name, their school addresses, their emails, or sometimes even their phone number. It's all on the website. Then they'll say, here's our curriculum. Here's every move that you'll ever learning judo, from your first day all the way to when you're a master judoka. And here's the names of the moves. Here's how to do them. It's all super codified and available for anybody to just go and look at. Not so with Taijutsu. You have to know somebody or Google and find them, and then hopefully they know what they're talking about when you go to their school, if there happens to be one near you. So I go to Reddit, right? And I asked them on
It lasts for 2 steps.
Oh, somebody was talking on
You barely have enough time to activate your life steal and try to jump out of there if you could even do that.
Yeah. Make all the difference.
Yeah, I
not talking about anything useful. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So I go to Reddit and I ask them, hey, what's up with this? Why is this way? And they say to me, it's that way on purpose. The Grandmaster says that the first, talk about gatekeeping, right? That the first step of your path of learning this art is to find a teacher and to be able to have the judgment of character to see if they're actually a real teacher or they're faking it. Is that wild or what? It is just absolutely crazy to me.
30 seconds. Stay strong.
And there are a lot of, because you always have to go to Japan to get all your certificates to be official, there are a lot of fake teachers of the style. In fact, I mean, there's a lot of I've been doing martial arts for a long time. I don't know if you've ever practiced martial arts, but there are a lot of fake martial arts teachers in the world.
The battle starts in 5.
But
4,
it,
3,
we were talking about gatekeeping, right?
1.
It makes the
You have to
whole
stop them from securing the main
system
area.
look bad. In my opinion, there are people out there who are just claiming to be part of the thing, and they're not. So why do they? That all could be fixed by having an official registry that could be easily looked up. But this whole thing is it's like designed to be, you're either in the club, like a mafia. You're either in the club and you know, or you don't. And it becomes apparent whether you're not really part of us. So even though I've been practicing for a long time, it's only recently that I've cared or tried to attain ranks. And so before I kind of just left it all to my sensei. In fact, if you wanted to, we were punished for for caring too much about ranks. So if you asked how long it would be until you got your next rank, whatever it was, they would add a year, or he would add a year to it, because they didn't want us focusing on those kind of things. So, oh, I flew into it. I flew into that ult. I didn't die though. Nice. Talk about gatekeeping. Do you feel like that's gatekeeping, or do you think that's should we call something else? Oh no, I want to. And I didn't. Didn't they leave me alone? He finally got me. I don't think Daredevil's out of a range attack. Let's just see. The in-group should have a say in whether or not to accept new folks who all tend to say they're part of it. Just generally. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Where I feel like if you're the steward of a, few century old art that you're trying to keep it alive, it's kind of responsible for I don't know about making it accessible, but certainly I don't know what word I want to use here. The amount of accessibility, I guess, is up to you, but I feel like it should be a little bit more than what they currently has.
The moon haunts you.
A nice deep freeze.
Sorry, I'm not talking. I get super focused here. Leave me alone, tree man. Whatever. Once you establish proof for it, you should absolutely give it a spell or run off faking. On the other side of the coin, all martial arts are made up. Yeah, they can go make up their own. Yeah, it's true. It's true. They can't just go make up their own. Good point. And they do. They do. And I have an internalized bias of like old stuff being better. I guess you could say because it's more tried and true. I don't know. But if somebody makes up their own martial art, I always think to myself, why? You know, hell, I'll say this happened to me a lot too when I was running a game store, and it looked like everybody wanted to make up their own like RPG game. And I'm like, okay, I can see how that'd be fun, but I also think to myself, why? Like, there's so many already. How different can you possibly make it? And forget different, how good could it possibly be? But of course, that is the death of invention, right? I shouldn't be thinking that way. Can I get away from that? Yes, I did. Nice. No one had to die. Nice. Kill me, please. Yeah, so I shouldn't be thinking that way, where you should, you know, I could not like something just because it's new, but it's hard to get away from that. I've got my logical mind, and I've got this like knee-jerk reflex of being a hater. And you know, to your point, the Grandmaster of the style, he is against adapting the style to fit modern needs, right? So it's like, it's not for necessarily like modern practical self-defense or combat. It's almost like a record of this ancient art. But he also says, right, keeping that in mind, he also says adapting it to teach, adapting it for current use, for practical, like modern use, is the purview of each individual teacher. So he wants you to do it. He's just not going to make it official, so to speak. It would have to be done by somebody who has been like given the nod to be a teacher, certified. Okay, but who. And so they're free to teach, you know, teach it how they want. Like, he trusts them at that point. So that's kind of like in between, somewhere in between how I feel about things and how I know they should be. He's kind of already thought about that. What happened tonight? It reminds me of people get excited with their own ideas. That's fair. Unfortunately, a lot of us lack the ability to consider that our execution of them, not the idea itself, might not be great. Many of us are too stubborn to compromise when looking at other projects. Yeah. It reminds me of when I was working for this company that they did fulfillment orders for Kickstarter, right? Specifically for books and games. And like I said before, I was a game store manager. And I've been playing games my whole life. Playing RPGs for over 24 years. So I'm in this warehouse full of brand new games, just absolutely full to the brim. Thousands and thousands of titles, right? And some of them were terrible. Really, really bad. And I thought to myself, like, this person decided to make this game, and none of their friends told them, hey, this game is not good. Like, they went through the whole, not just playtesting, but designing a game, having the art made for it, yes, playtesting it, writing the rule book, sending it off to have a proof of concept created, making, you know, having it printed in a factory somewhere, doing the Kickstarter successful, this whole thing, you know, and at no point did anybody tell me, hey, this game is stupid, or like, it's not a good idea, or it's not fun. And like, these games, some of them are really bad. And I thought to myself, why is it that people who have the worst ideas have like the most confidence? What is up with that? What's up with that, right? Like, if I had half the confidence, what could I achieve?
Another epic victory.
Yeah, they are. Right, like they think that it's good, but they don't. It's not. And then, so, I mean, it can be argued if it got kick-started, it must be something. But then I see in my warehouse, pallet upon pallet of this game literally rotting, like molding, like going just, and eventually they get tired of paying the company to store it, and then we throw it away. So, on the one hand, innovation is great, but on the other hand, not every new idea is good. So where's the balance, right? And then not every new idea that is good is appreciated right away. Sometimes people got to get used to it. So a lot of people, artists, etc., aren't recognized for their works until they're dead. They've been dead a long time. And I know that as far as like well-established games and stuff like that, a lot of the motivation of the company for making a new edition is not because they have all these improvements that they want to do. It's so that they change it enough to force you to buy a new copy. Well, not force you, right? Because they can't put a gun to your head, but to have something new to sell, because they feel like everybody who was going to buy one at that point has bought one, and they're like, forget, we'll just put a new edition for nothing. Like, I guess if it's a game that is competitive, then yes, you're forced to buy the new version if you do want to keep playing, like they did for Warhammer. But yeah, for the most part, they don't make a new one because it's better. They make a new one because they want to make money. And usually it's not better. Like, if you play D&D, have you ever played 4th edition? I started with... I started in 2000 and... either in 99 or 2000. And we played 2nd edition, but I only ever played a little bit of 2nd. 3.0 was like the thing when I started. I played that for all those years until 4th came out. And then it was horrendous. Like, you can see that what they were trying to do was make it so approachable that it basically became like World of Warcraft, the board game. And it's really difficult to do, to make like cooldowns, I guess you can call them, in a tabletop RPG. That's what they were trying to do. But it wasn't good. Then eventually 5th edition came out. Well, that actually opened the door for Pathfinder to come out, which was good. I played a bunch of that. And then 5th edition came out. I thought 5th edition was a good compromise between being between like how true can we be to, I'm not gonna say true, but how complicated can we get versus, or how much control can we give the players over their characters, and how accessible is this? Yeah, 5th is not the best, but it's way better, leaps and bounds better than 4th. So yeah, it's just an example of this corporate greed, you could call it, and change, not for the sake of innovation, but just for the sake of making money. Let's move out. Oof, got killed by shark spin. Hate that. Hate that jab. You would go with 4th between 5th? If you had your choice of 3rd, 3.5, 4, and 5, you'd go 4? That's crazy. That's wild to me. Easy win, right? Yeah, I agree. I had all those books too. But you said, what did you say was your favorite? I know you're running, you're gonna run a game that's like in the same world as War Machine. But what system did you say we're gonna use for that one? Not Savage Worlds, right? At least I don't recall it. I love Savage Worlds, personally. Can I live through this? Yes, I can. You gotta hide. You're getting murdered.
There's still a chance to stop them.
That's how close my death was. That one death. Please heal me, Shark. Thank you.
Better stop that vehicle. Now might be the time to stop them.
Hey, you really hate 5th if you pick 4th over it. Thousand cuts. 74, that's pretty good.
Your powers are mine!
That ult really is good in it. Keep that Black Panther alive. Let's see. Make the distance to get away from that scar. I did.
Good shit, good shit.
Feels good to live.
Try to go for the healers, man, the DPS. It's long time.
Is he ulting again? How fast is that? He's ulting. Too fast. Jeff. The War Machine system is Iron Kingdom. Oh, right. It's its own thing, right? I really like the Shadowrun. Yeah, Shadowrun. look at the chat right now. Oh, I got eaten. Oh, I got eaten by my own friend. 1,000 cuts is far. I know I say it every time, but it's true. You want to keep trying to hit me, lady? Yeah. Whether you shoot me or not. Friends. I didn't do much, but I got away without dying. So he ate me. I thought I was high enough up in the air. If he spits me out, I'll fly away, so he's got to kill himself. Oh, he doesn't have to kill. Well, yeah, he did. All right, let's see what you read. Iron King does a little bit really like old Shadowrun. Yeah, I like Shadowrun. I like GURPS. I did like First Edition Battle. Also, Arts King, where you can alternate between being a human reincarnation of a dragon. And the dragon itself. My favorite game is probably Lancer. Never played that one. Space Mech stuff. Okay, never mind. I've never played it, but I have heard of it.
Shields up.
Ooh, can't believe that Loki let me kill him. Stay close to these targets. Steal it from us. Yeah, I've heard of Lancer. The Space Mech part is what made me remember. See, so I like Shadowrun, but I'll say this, that I played Cyberpunk first. The old D6 system Cyberpunk. So once I played that, then Shadowrun just became kind of Cyberpunk but with elves to me. And I know that it's more than that, but looks like right in her face. Yeah, not to take away the credit from Shadowrun, but I prefer Cyberpunk, and I don't think it's just because I played it first. I like to keep my fantasy, I don't know, medieval, I guess you could say, or Renaissance. Not a huge fan of future fantasy.
Your powers are mine!
No! We live? No. The answer is no. I didn't have any boost. It just came off cooldown if I died. I think that was quite a try. I had 11,000, almost 12,000 kills. Even if it was just everything with magic, I'd go for it. I like seeing magic outside of the other round. Yeah, I think, yeah, I'm with you on that. That's why I love Mage, because it's modern, but modern setting, but with magic in it, lots of magic. I'm a big fan of magic. I always, if I could be a wizard, if a game allows me to be a spellcaster, I always am. In D&D, I mean, like I said, I've been playing for 20 plus years, so I don't always have to be a wizard, but I will be if nobody else wants to be. Nope, almost Big Jeff. Ew.
I am beyond my pitiful creator. I am beyond.
Oh, Lancer. Lancer. I always pick magic, and I will always try to find a build where I punch things in the face with it. Oh, like Melee Magician? Yeah. Yeah, I dig that. Like, I'm trying to remember what Blade Singer, it would be like the D&D equivalent. But I can dig it.
Stay strong.
I had, in the last mage game I ran, I had a player who that was his whole thing. Even though, as a mage, you could potentially do literally anything, his modus operandi was give myself enough buffs with magic that I could run up and punch the hell out of the bad guys every time. He doesn't want to manipulate time. He doesn't want to enchant any people like illusions. No. He's there for violence, physical violence, forever. We are getting pushed around. Oh, no. I think I just cornered myself. Can I live? I hate that Emma Frost. So strong. Up close, she can grapple you, and far away, she's got that crazy beam. An annoying character. I like to. I prefer to stay out of melee if I can, as a wizard. Usually, D&D doesn't like you to do that. It doesn't want you to be close to the action. But I'll tell you a fun a build that I had a lot of fun with when I got to play Mage also, not run it, was I went all in on Mind Map. And there is an ability where you can called Domain, where it's almost like, are you familiar with the concept of a memory palace? Where it's like you create a palace in your mind, and it's used to, like, for people who do like memory tricks. Like, you ever see a magician? They'll deal a deck of cards out one by one, and it's random, it's shuffled, and they'll remember perfectly the order. That can be done by creating with a method called your memory palace, where each room would be a different card. And in your mind, you make the room unique somehow. Let's say in one room, it's a purple room with I don't know, Oscar the Grouch in it or something. And then another room might be the billiard room, and whatever character you put in there, some way to make it memorable. And so if each room you assign, it's your memory palace, you know the rooms, and you just kind of like assign a different thing you have to remember to that different room. And allegedly, my memory is horrendous, so I'm just repeating what I've heard. I definitely don't use it. You can remember a whole series of 52 different cards, dealt in a random order, and more things. So, Memory Palace, Memory Palace is a thing in World of Darkness that you can put points in. And so I maxed that out. Like at low levels, it's a place you can go, but you don't necessarily have control over it. And the more points you put in it, the more familiar you are with it, and the things that live there, I suppose created by your subconscious or whatever, start like learning your name and being familiar with you. And until, you know, by the time you put the maximum amount of points in it, you're the master of the domain. So I maxed that out, maxed out like meditation, and I maxed out mind map. The point of this long range story is that I was able to when we got to finally to the end where we had to run our villain, trap him in my mind. I was almost like kind of like a Freddy Krueger at that point, or beyond that, right? Because Freddy Krueger goes to your dreams. I bring you into mine. Brought him into my domain, along with all my friends or whatever. We defeat him there, and eventually I trap him there forever. In a dungeon of my making, and that's where he continues to reside. I always thought that was a lot of fun, and it was a build that nobody else had done, or none of my other friends had seen. Oh, are you gonna kill me? You hit me with the other motor. Yeah, died. Ugin from MTG. Did he do that? Ugin is the brother of Nicol Bolas, right? The dragon. Let me see. What's funny for me is I always pick magic. In D&D, you wear pajamas if you use magic. Yeah, it's true. In Iron Kingdoms, you can do the rational thing and deck a mage out of much armor as they can physically fit in. Yeah, with room to wiggle your fingers, whatever the magic needs. Yeah, that's good. I'd love to play it in an Iron Kingdoms game. I always thought the lore was really good. I've only ever heard of Memory Palace when it's referenced about Brennan Lee Mulligan on Dropout. Is Dropout like that? So I see clips from that show, right? And it always seems very funny. And Brennan Lee Mulligan, there's a really famous clip of him DMing a game where he's playing, I guess, one of the NPCs, and he goes off this rant about how, basically a leftist rant. He seems to be like a very strongly left person, but yeah, he has a lot of trivia on demand. So, but no, I've never heard them say that about him. Bad timing. Can I get that shark? I get instead bullets. Oh, I've had this team up this whole time and I haven't used it. If I hide here, do you think they'll see me? I'm gonna wait until... I don't think they see me. Oh, he saw me! Yeah, he got me. Alright, let me read what you wrote here. Memory Palace, Infinite Memory. Traps Nicol Bolas from his secret command. Dropout has been fantastic. Managed to get into improv comedy. Oh, that's cool. Reddit is very openly social. Is Dropout on its own network? I know that's not right to say. Is it on its own, like, you have to pay to watch it? Is it on its own channel? Is it on its own streaming thing? The creator of Rick and Morty, he had a lot to do with that other college show. Forgot what it was now. He was DMing a show. What the hell am I talking about? I'm so involved in playing this game. He was DMing a D&D game, and he had like other writers and celebrities and stuff play it. But to watch it, Harmon. His name was Harmon. And Harmon Quest was the thing. Was the name of the show. And so to watch it, you had to pay, right? So I never paid, because I'm not going to pay to watch other people play Dungeons and Dragons. So is Dropout like that, where you've got to like pay to see it? I only ever see clips of it on YouTube. Did they always have an Ultron, or is that a local property? Alright, Shark, you need to live. We need to live. If we both die, our team's not going to be able to go out there with the heroes. Let's get you up. It is its own streaming service. So before you can get it, Finalists want to show that they don't care if we're bad, but they don't care about pirates. Oh, that's great.
Saving the world.
Dang, we lost it in the last one. But I healed 13 back. Don't ever say Ultron is not a good healer. I put out as much healing as anyone else. Yeah, they're great. We get one MTG. Right, that's what we're talking about. Definitely fine. Yeah, I loved that character because it came from the idea that. So I read a lot of Zen philosophy and Mahayana Buddhism and a lot of other Eastern philosophies have this idea that almost a little bit like solipsism, like things exist in your perception, right? And so through the lens of your perception, things might be different depending on who's observing them. But if you don't perceive something, then to you, not objectively, right? But to you, it doesn't exist. Like I could know about, I don't know, Russia. I know about it academically, but I've seen pictures, but I've never been there. So, not that I don't believe it exists, but the point is that because I'm not perceiving it, it's not real to me. I only know it intellectually, right? And so in Mage, everything's broken down into spheres of influence. There's 9 of them. Matter is obviously objects, right? And then what's not matter is forces, and then there's distances, which is correspondence. Then there's a entropy sphere, a life sphere, but then there's a mind sphere, and I think, that's got to be the most powerful sphere when you're dealing with living things, which you pretty much always are. If you can control, like if you have mastery over the mind, you're going to be really strong. You can't hit me if you don't perceive me, right? It's stronger in a certain way, even the D&D rule, but I didn't agree. If you're invisible in Dungeons & Dragons, but you're not technically hiding, I can find you. Being invisible just makes it more difficult to find you. But if you're really, really good at hiding, you can be harder to find than somebody who's invisible in the same area. So if I cast a spell where light bends around me, and so therefore you cannot see me, it is not as it's not as powerful in a certain way of thinking that you simply cannot perceive me, right? Because there's other ways of perceiving people besides just seeing them, right? Like infrared could see or something like that. Wow, we pushed them all the way back to their spawn point, but didn't touch the cart. So the cart, it didn't progress this whole time. That was a waste. What a waste. Anyway, we were talking about, oh yeah, mind magic. So like, stuff like, yeah, you just don't see me, or I can hold up, if I need ID, I can hold up any business card, and to you it look like an ID. Or something else that I like to do where, like, magic is always easier if you're, instead of making something happen out of nowhere, you're working with already existing phenomenon. Like creating fire is harder than, creating a fireball would be harder than getting a lighter and a hairspray bottle and turning that, like making that a huge fireball would be easier than just creating one from nothing. So like there's a phenomenon where when you walk through a doorway, you forget things, right? Like you ever walk into a room and forgot why you were there? Happens to me all the time. So, you know, a bunch of thugs, you know, a couple of hitmen they come into the room, they see us, and instead of killing us, they just forgot what they had come in for. Can I kill this woman? Can I please kill this woman? No, not today. Oh, I thought I was stuck to my death on that little ledge. There was my assassin. So, stuff like that. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. You're trying to remember how you made your character in Vampire as a kid. I was the one human. I think I might have played a psychic. Cool. Like, being able to read people's minds and stuff, like, this would be great. I'd take that power in real life. I think as far as like real life superpowers go, that's really high on my list. Like super speed is up there, and I think that speedsters in popular media are underpowered or underutilized. Like the Flash, Barry Allen Flash from DC, he's got mastery over the speed force. Like, his power really is to control physics. And so, he should be the strongest character. Like, forget Barry Allen Flash is way stronger. But they don't play him off like that. And sometimes in the comics they do. Like when... oh, I forgot the name of the being that they create in a lab specifically to kill Superman. Kills Superman. It's not Darkseid, it's not Apocalypse, those are other, like, similar characters. But this being, Doomsday maybe? This show would be over, they would just win. Yeah, that's why the best speedster villains, put them in a dilemma. So it's not a matter of how fast they go, it's a matter that they cannot possibly be in two places at once. In that example, I was saying when Doomsday, I guess was his name. Dang, I was hoping to save that Venom. Actually kills Superman. Barry Allen kills him by hitting him with a punch basically at the speed of light. And in the comic they kind of say how, like, you know, the closer, the theory is anyway, the physics, the closer to the speed of light you get, your mass increases. So at the speed of light, your mass is supposed to be infinite. So he hits him with the old infinite mass punch and kills him. So yeah, definitely, if they were allowed to really use their powers to the most of their ability, the show would be over for me. But then you've got characters like Quicksilver, who's very fast, but not that fast. Time to leave. I need to have somebody close enough to be healing. No, gotta go. Uh-oh. That's not what I want to hear. How did we get into talking about Speedster? Oh, we're talking about if you had a superpower, what would it be? That's why. Jeez. I'm not gonna say. I can say I ramble so much that I lose track, but I'll pretend. I'll say instead, our conversations meander and branch off so often, I lose track of them. Yeah, speed. Having super speed would probably be the best. I always like the idea of being able to shapeshift like Beast Boy, or if not Beast Boy, then like I'd take a Mystique, so I can look like whatever. That'd be cool. But being able to read people's minds, that's top tier to me. There's a lot of, I guess, I don't know if it's because I'm autistic, but just being able to know what people really are thinking, so I don't mistakenly assume they're thinking something else, is very attractive. Oh, that's not a healer? If you're not a healer, then why are you healer shaped? Where's our little cart? I don't want to leave it. Heal. Oh, can't go down there. Let's get out of here. Just grab this heal here. I can cheat a lot with that. Like pseudo might be being able to know how you're responding to me. I can imagine so.
Hey, an ump.
Big prescience. I want to see the result of my action. Oh, I love that. I love that. To know before? Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. Even if, like, so somebody said, I forgot who it was. I saw this. You have a compass, and it can answer every question, yes or no. And it will always be 100% accurate. And people are like, oh, that sucks. And I'm like, what are you thinking? You have no imagination? That's why, you know, it would be wasted on you. I feel like that happens in real life, too. The people who often cannot make the best use of things are people who get things. In Spanish, the translation, there's a saying like that. And, the translation is, God gives beards to people without chins. And it's not like that the chin covers the fact that you have no, or the beard covers the fact that you have no chin. It's that you have the beard but no place to put it. It's useless to you. Like it's, all the women always think the guy is hot who's gay. So it's like he gets all the attention but he can't. It's useless to him. But yeah, any question, it said this compass will tell you yes or no. Can you, like, would you use it? And people are like, no, I would rather, they would literally rather a random power. They don't know what it is. I thought off the, like, at the least creative, I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to get the lotto number, right? I'll have a program make me, you know, show me every possible combination of the lotto numbers. And, then I just cut the paper in half, and I asked the thing, is it on this half? No, it's on that half. And then root to repeat. And then it wouldn't take you that long to know the numbers. And there you go. So that would be, I think, the least creative thing to do with something like that. You could do anything. You're looking for your true love? Okay. Will I ever find my true love? Yes. Okay. Am I going to find them in this country? or in this continent, and then so on. Or, you know, am I going to get the promotion? Stuff like that. I think that would be the way. Prescience is a great power. A great power and undervalued. I'd use that compass to bankroll the facility to have the tech to then synthesize whatever power I wanted, and the compass would cut out the need for research. Yo, that's a great point. Yeah. What if it's for sure. The research, you could go through a lot of trial and error with just the compass. You would take out. It's like a computer simulation, but faster. Okay, would it work if I do this? No. You know, how about that? How about this? Good point. And then you'd kind of be like an Iron Man type, where you get all your powers through science. An NA, yeah. You gotta if it's only yes or no, you have to know how to ask the question. Like, I said my parents are Cuban, right? So my mom is her religion, I guess you could say, is the Afro-Cuban religion. I don't know if you're familiar with Santeria. And there's part of it that's almost like voodoo.
The right heroes could make all the difference.
And so growing up with that, the divination is a big part of that. And unlike a Ouija board, they do divination with a couple of different ways, but one of them is with shells, and the other is like coconut shells. And there's a yes, a no, and an NA. But I guess I'm used to. I have a lot of experience, I guess you can say, with divination, with only being able to ask yes or no questions. What did you write? You were aware? If I was a storyteller,
We'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
If I was just about the true, will I find my true love? NA. Well, why NA? I either will or won't find my true love, right? Why is it NA? Because it all depends on my actions, and I could change my actions that would give me a different outcome.
The battle starts in 5, 4,
I don't know. I think
3,
that
2, 1.
I'm aware of the
We
name.
need
Not
to
a lot of
stop that
people.
vehicle in its tracks.
Or-
Handle the pressure of the dark force.
Yeah. So the thing with that religion is it's a lot of it is talk about gatekeeping. It's all like secret society stuff, where if you're not in it, you're not supposed to talk about it with people who aren't in it. And so a lot of the stuff is secret. And so if you don't know about the things, like they have to make it up pretty much. And voodoo is the same way. That's why voodoo in movies and the religions are related. The big difference between voodoo and like Santeria, Palomayumbe, is that it's African and French mix instead of African and Spanish mix. And so you get different outcomes. True love doesn't exist. So even if you're madly compatible and in love with the person, there's one in a million. One person in a million. 8 billion. Oh, okay. Yeah, true that. So you're saying that true love, like the one but okay, I'll say this. Here's my rebuttal. In 1 in a million is who you'd be compatible with. Right? Fair. But even saying that, out of 100 million, 1,000 million, so you're talking about that would be 8,000 people, right? That's how bad my math is. 8,000 people that you could be really compatible with. They couldn't be ranked, even amongst them. Like, out of all those 8,000, there's somebody who you'd be most compatible with, or most, right? And that would be your true love. We could suppose.
Don't mess with the amazing
I messed up.
Spider-Man!
Oh no, I want to live. No, I don't. Immaterial, fated pairing, it's destiny. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. And this would be like, that would be like the roleplay, like, will I ever find my true love? NA. Well, why is it NA? Is it because the concept of true love doesn't exist? Yes. Okay, well, in that case, will I ever find one of the small percentage of people, or the person I'm most compatible with? Or one of the top 100 of the people? And then it would be like, yes. Oh, okay, well then let's go on. Normally, at least, we could say the compass knows what we need. Dangerous, abused by a player. Yeah, I don't want... Yeah, no, the compass says yes or no based on your actual words. It does not read your mind. Leave me alone, Spider-Man. Peter Parker, go. Why don't you hang out with your Aunt May? When was the last time you called her, huh? How about Mary Jane? Why don't you go finish your degree? Why don't you go put some hours in at your job, you bum? Leave me alone, Peter Parker. Prescience. Invisibility. If I can't have prescience, super speed, shape shifting, I'd take invisibility. That's probably be like, I would prefer that to like super strength. I think invisibility could be is some top tier stuff. Oh, I want to live. Leave me alone. Oh, there's that friggin' Punisher. Take cover here with the balcony.
Only 60 seconds left.
Disability is big on my list. I was using the game to explore our points of view as people.
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
How it uses the game to explore points of view as people in the real world.
Down to 30 seconds.
Oh, like it's like talking about. Yeah, it makes you think. Right? But that's. Oh, Punisher and Spider-Man teamed up to whip my ass. That's what I get to being Ultron. You're talking about like. Yeah. Yeah, they're just. How do I say? Questions for conversation. They're just not rhetorical questions, but not hyperbolic questions. You know, what do they call them? Hypothetical, right? Hypothetical questions. Yeah, those can be fun. That's why I like role-playing games, because it's like you're running the simulation. I have to say, plenty of times in real life, probably more than I like to admit, I knew what to do in a certain situation because I was in a similar one in a role-playing game. And I had already done that. So I knew kind of more or less what I wanted to do. And what would happen? Invulnerability. On an otherwise normal person instead of like the Hulk. So they can be trapped or captured in various ways but not destroyed, like having downsides. Yeah, that's good. Like what if you could, you had regeneration like Wolverine, but in the comic, only in certain comics, like the darker ones, where they ever talk about, yeah, he can recover from anything, but he feels it. It hurts. It hurts a lot. Like, yeah, you threw him into a volcano and he came out, like now he's fine, but he still had to burn, not to death, didn't die, but pretty much get completely cooked. Imagine having to live through that. That'd be horrendous. And being invulnerable.
Ouais, mais je vois souvent, genre les mecs qui me butent.
Marvel,
Souvent quand je me fais buter, ceux qui sont sur PC. Parce que je vois que leur truc, leur curseur il part à fond à la caisse.
Which I like, but I don't want to talk in French loudly into my ear. Now, if he whispered it seductively into my ear, I might be into that. But that's neither here nor there. I was reading a Moon Knight comic, and he was fighting against... Who was it? I can't remember. Some minor person that you never see again. Or rather, it's not like you wouldn't see in one of the big, like, Avengers comics. and he is interrogating him. And he says, the guy's like, well, you know, you can't kill me, and I don't feel pain, so what are you gonna do? So he's like, okay, yeah, you're right, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bury you alive in concrete in this construction site, and they're not gonna hear your screams. And tomorrow they're gonna build an apartment building over you, and who knows how many hundreds of years it'll be until they decide to tear up the foundations of this building. And so that gets the guy to thought. Mind you, he still buries them alive, but that's neither here nor there. So being invulnerable, like you said, could be really a trap. That'd be scary. And you know, like people, another one that I always see people turn around is being immortal, right? Oh, if you're immortal, but then you'll have to see all your friends die, and how are you gonna live? Well, you know, eventually you'll have to see all your friends die anyway, unless you die first. But you're gonna have to deal with the death of at least some of your compatriots. Not that that's not a big deal, or something to be taken lightly, but it's a part of life. I mean, you could just not make friends, but I wouldn't mind so much. Immortality is a big one on my list. Immortality, but with the caveat that I would be in perfect health. I don't want to be an immortal vegetable. That wouldn't be nice. And I'd just be real careful not to get killed. Just be real polite to people. Oh. That's a big one. I feel like there's so much in the world to experience, and there's so little time to do it. Like, if I had the option to be a vampire, I'd take it. I mean, depending on what flavor, right? Like what kind of vampire, but probably for the most part, I would do it. Oh, is that a? Oh, leave me alone, please. Like, okay, I gotta drink some blood. Oh, whatever. You know, you take what you gotta deal with what you can. You know, everything is got its pros and cons. Especially if it came with like you're immortal, you know, you get some extra strength. You know, you can never get sick. That would definitely make me want to take it. I don't know about you, but I'm pro. I'd take the vampire deal. The Ultron? Yeah. That would be cool too. I don't know if we talked about Warhammer before, but one of my favorite, if not my favorite faction, are the Adeptus Mechanicus, and they worship the machine god. And one of their like catchphrases is that the flesh is weak. And the higher you get in the ranks of the priesthood, the more implants you get. Of course, in the lore, they never let you get fully 100% like. They'll never download your brain into a computer and let you live a purely cybernetic life. But it gets to the point where there's just a brain in a jar, you know, or a brain in a metal suit, like Ultron, like you said. So that's cool. I love Cyberpunk, and I'm a big fan of that. Like, if I can get cyber implants, I would, 100%. I wouldn't even think twice about it. Give me a new hip, a new right hip would be nice. Some new knees, a new shoulder would be good. Replace my right elbow, that'd be good. I'd like to get my 20/20 vision again. That'd be nice. I wouldn't complain. Get me a Mr. Sud 9000, why not? Why not?
Recognition area is yours to capture now.
Oh, behold, you're dead.
Together to victory.
Alright, we'll heal bot on this guy so I can use. You know what? No big deal. I get my ults back. So.
Now we get the
Much better.
Vulnerability up there. Oh no! Leave me alone, woman. Ooh, got it.
I don't think that's the welcoming committee.
So besides like the movie Age of Ultron, I haven't ever read any Ultron specific comics. Like I never read the Age of Ultron book, comic book that is, comic series. And that's on my list though, and I did some research as to like stories that really feature Ultron. He's an intriguing character. Plus, in the movie, the guy who does his voice is a really great actor. I love him. He's got a good voice, and I like to see him in it. I'm trying to remember the name of that actor. But yeah, I looked up, and actually people who are like fans of Ultron, they say that, at least in the comics, the Age of Ultron comic is not good. To skip it. To read, there was like a 5-issue series of him against the Avengers at a different time, and another one where he teams up with the Phalanx. So that's on my list. I'm almost done reading the Moon Knight.
Il y a un mec qui a quitté sur leur team.
I'm like halfway done with
Il y a un
the
mec
short
qui a quitté sur leur
series
team.
of Faces of the Moon Knight, and then I'll be on the most current issue. And I'm on the fence about even reading that one, because even though I know it'll be good, because it's by the same writers that have been killing it for the past few years, I hate to wait for stuff. So they're only 13 issues in. It's one issue a month. So I can knock out 13 issue like comic books in no time. And then I'll have to wait a month for the next one. So I'll probably wait until it's done. I love to find out that when I discover something new that I like a show or even a new artist, musical artist or something. If I find out they're dead or the show has been like canceled or ended, I'm like, oh great, so I don't have to worry about keeping up with the thing. Like it's a self-contained piece of media, you know. Like you'll never catch me watching One Piece. First of all, because it's like 1 million episodes long. And I remember I even started watching it at one point, and I forgot how many episodes in I was. A lot, like 50 or something. And then so I'm watching it. I'm like, okay, this is a good show, whatever. And I noticed, hey, you know, there's certain characters in the intro song that aren't in the show itself. Like, I wonder when are they gonna show up? Then I find out it's like they're on 600 something episodes, and I was like, no, never mind. I'm not gonna do that, especially not to wait. And fans I've met of the show are like hardcore fans. They are hardcore fans. In fact, somebody I worked with was saying that they were gonna re-watch it from the beginning to kill time for I don't know however long until the next part came out. And I was like, dude, there's so many good things that you haven't watched. Like, why not? Isn't your time better spent? Like, I don't know, go watch The Godfather. You know, go watch some good classic movie that you know will be good. Instead of rewatching, how many hours is it going to take? Not hours, days, weeks, months of watching this one show. But no, they'd rather watch this thing that they already know than to try something new. That's kind of crazy. This is a diehard fan. So, anyway, long story short, I'm either gonna catch up on Moon Knight, or next on my list was supposed to be TMNT, and I'm gonna do the. I'm not gonna do the original. I looked into it and I can't get past the old school. Like it's black. Not even that it's black and white. It's just the illustration is not good. I would even say for its time it wasn't even that good. But that's too distracting to me. I can't read that old stuff. That's why even with like the Loki I read through in Moon Knight, I started 2006, 2014. I don't think I'll be able to handle it. Turtle.
Judge, jury,
Oh, I was gonna ult.
executioner.
Not if he's doing his ult. Shooting blind here. All that. Well, I'll probably just read the Ultron because it's short. Maybe it's, I don't know, 20 comics or something to read all the recommended comics about it. He's an intriguing character. I think it was it anywhere near, I don't know if you've read it, but was it anything like the movie where it was artificial intelligence that kind of, they did not intend to take on a life of its own? I feel like that's true. And in the comics, if I remember what I've heard, it's not Tony Stark, but Hank Pym, Ant-Man, who actually creates it. But in the movies, obviously, Hank Pym was not really. Shooting a tank with a shield. Setting stuff up for failure. Not going to get into a long distance gunfight with Black Widow. For anybody, especially not the little healer. Almost got away from that. Would you be a vampire if you could? Caveat would be like Dracula, like, well, let's say holy symbols would rebuke you, and you couldn't enter anyone's house unless you had permission, which I've been doing. And you had to drink blood to survive, the blood of living beings, whether it's an animal or a human. But you're immortal. Let's say being a vampire cures you of all your illnesses, right? So you were at 100% health, but you get the standard vampire curses. You could cross running water. You don't have to count rice if people throw it down on the floor. You could avoid that. A stake through the heart would kill you. Getting decapitated would kill you. The sun would kill you. The sun thing wouldn't bother me at all. I don't care about going outside during the day. I don't really care for that.
Beyond my pitiful creator, I am beyond everyone.
I can handle the rules other than drinking. I've been trying to edge it to being vegetarian, so it's a hard no. Yeah, it's hard though. Being disabled, I like to run again. Yeah, rather be a lich. Oh, that would be cool. That'd be awesome. A lich. All you got to worry about is somebody finding your phylactery. Someone finds your phylactery and destroys it, you're done. But otherwise, immortal. Yeah, that's cool. I dig that. Where would you hide your phylactery, if you don't mind telling me, so that no one would find it?
We'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
The age of Silicon has just begun.
I remember running a game where there was the bad guy was a lich, and the players didn't quite know that he was a lich, and their information gathering led them to some information that the only thing that could destroy the villain was located in this, whatever X place. And when they go there, they find a sword. So they're like, oh, well, obviously the sword is the only thing that could destroy this thing, so we got to kill him with a sword. And, well, it turns out to be a lich, and the sword was the phylactery. So, because of misunderstanding and, I guess, laziness on their part, because the real answer was there for them to find. They didn't really, look into it. They end up giving the lich back his own phylactery, which had been stolen and hidden from him. That was a good time. I ran that game for 2 years, too. It was a fun game. It was like an Arabian Nights setting game. I pulled a lot from, 1001 Tales and other, Middle Eastern folklore. It was a really good one. I'd focus more on being a nice lich. If your folks want to kill me, 100% yes. Be as selfish and worrying about somebody trying. Yeah. Flies with honey, etc., etc. Yeah, for sure. If you're a super megalomaniacal douchebag, you're begging for a group of heroes to come and mess you up. If you're very useful and nice, the heroes will be there to help you if anything. Spider. Oh, it's Spider Panic. Oh, I love Spider Panic. Was that his ult or just something that he could do? Oh, that's not even still Spider-Man. No wonder I didn't recognize what the hell he was doing. That's friggin' Star-Lord. Yeah, there's no way we were gonna get out of that one alive. Too many dive characters here. Who do we have? We've got 2 long-range pokers, plus we're down 1. It's 5 to 6. 5 against 6, right? If you're good lich healers, you're supposed to. Yeah, exactly what I said. See, you and me, we're on the same wavelength here. Didn't even have to read your comment to already have agreed with you. Nice lich. Have you ever had a character that's become a lich? Having played so many wizards, I have. More recently, I played a cleric who they don't become liches. Instead, I became a mummy lord. That was really cool. And a very fitting end for retiring that character. Hey, I got the kill. Oh.
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
I don't know where to go to get away. There's no escaping Spider-Man. He's got too much movement for me. The liches, you have 1 phylactery. Mummy lords, you've got all your organs in various canoptic jars. It's probably easier to kill you that way. But yeah, liches are pretty cool.
I am ready to put on a show.
I'll get that lich of phylactery. Liches love. Okay, Adam Warlock. That's another character that's super strong in the comics, but they nerfed just to make him a healer in this game. Same with Ultra. Same with a lot of characters. There are very few characters in this game that are equal to their power level in the comics. I think Star-Lord is one of them. He's just as good in the comics as he is here. Uh-oh. Let's get out of here. I was in the wrong, how do I say, room where you respawn in for too long. Yeah, I don't see us pulling it in. mentality. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I hear that. I feel like because what I played the most is Dungeons and Dragons, because it was again like running the store and having to run those games. It's the most popular. I end up playing that most, and that's a high fantasy game. Like the stakes are always super high. You're gonna deal with gods. You're gonna deal with etc. Mess with the Amazing Spider-Man.
Double kill.
And the other thing too is like the games, the stakes are based on your level, right? So if you're not going to be fighting gods at third level, but once you get, once you're up there in the fourth tier in the teams. I thought I was out of the range. Well, I didn't think. I was hoping I would get out of it. But no, not quite. I get just dusted.
This is my unnatural selection.
And so yeah, the higher level you are, the higher the stakes. And having played for so long, I don't really care to play a low-level character. If I got to start at level 1, I'm not a happy camper. But in other systems, for sure, you're not. Like that's not normal. Like Savage Worlds, you're not really. Like, if you're playing, Deadlands, you're not fighting gods. You're a cowboy. What were we talking about before? Oh yeah, superpowers. Mind reading, invisibility, top tier, shape changing, great. Ultron, yeah. Turn into the for a Metamon. Sure. The other great thing is that if you go full Ultron, you can, you can upgrade. You can get upgrades. Get a better CPU. Get a better, if you need to. What would be interesting too is if you had different bodies for different things. Like Iron Man has different suits for different things. If you need to be really strong one day for whatever reason, you get the Hulk Buster. That would be interesting. Have your modular body. Where are they sending me now? To the Grove.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
The age of carbon is over. The age of silicon is begun.
If you look up hard enough in the dark, you'll find it.
Yeah, but
I got this new spray. It's a little Dia de los Muertos
or I'm blind.
Galactica spray. It's pretty cute.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2.
I was thinking, why did they give Penny the Dia de los Muertos skin? Like, she's not to be a gatekeeper, but she's not Hispanic. She's not Mexican. Why is she gonna get a Dia de los Muertos skin? But then I realized that no character is Mexican. So like, who could they give it to? Then they gave one to Namor, and I guess that was because in the Black Panther movie, he's got that Aztec Mayan built in. Wow, it takes me forever to reload. But never having ammo when I get shit. I'm leaving. Bye. Leave me alone, you bully. That venom's got so much shit to steal. No. Yeah, so Namor was kind of Mexican, not really, in the movie. That's not really canon for the comics. So yeah, there's no Mexican or Mexican American superhero in this game. Anyway, the only one I can really think of is well, it's not Miles Morales. He's Dominican. Oh, a minor character from Doctor Strange. Oh, I was hoping to get out of that. He's got a friend called El Médico Místico, the mystical doctor. It's in the comic books, and he's got a luchador mask, so that you know he's Mexican. Like there's really no mistaking. Yep. Wasn't able to heal Phoenix. Oh no, she just got away. Oh, that's good. That's good. With that Moon Knight. Hate to kill Moon Knight. Don't want to get killed by him. I thought I was... I guess I wasn't paying attention. I thought I was way above that. Jeff's ult. Get on the point, please. Do the, objective. Frickin' Jeff. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the other one was Mexican superhero. Oh, I live. Oh, excellent. Brutal fight. Gotta get out of this one. Yes. Oh yeah, I was able to cheekily sneak back down there. Alright guys. Are we all gonna run back there to kill one blade? Come on, let's stay on the point. And I got my ult, so the next time they show up, they're gonna catch it. I wanna focus their healers though. I'm gonna kill this Moon Knight before he can do his ult. Who's this happening? Us or them? Oh, them. Nice. Brutal. Can I live? If I keep this one. Oh, come on. Just hit me. Oh, goodness. A nail-biting experience. Oh, wonderful. Oof, that was brutal. Brutal. And I think that was only the first, yeah, that was only the first round. Killing me. Killing me. That was really, really brutal. It's not easy to play Ultron. Not easy at all. So from what he says in the game, like his little voice lines, makes me think that he's trying to, I guess, turn all humans to robots or kill all humans or something like that. I don't know. That's what I get the feeling. But I wonder if that's going to be the same as in the comics, right? Like, or I wonder if it'll be like a Doctor Doom thing, like we were talking about. Doctor Doom, he wants to get power, but he actually is right. Like, whenever he takes power, it always turns out to be the best. Much to the chagrin of the heroes who try to stop him.
Got it? It took us
We'll see. We'll see. I'll read it and then I'll report back to you with my findings. Yeah, genocidal evil. Yeah, that's what he sounds like in this game.
Enemy in front of us.
Why do I shoot the thing? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Calm down with them cuts, buddy. Thank you.
Mission area.
Can't believe I landed that. See, this all, it does some damage, but really it's better at healing. But it does both. You know, if you're in the splash and you're my friend, you get healed. If you're not, you get hurt. So it's a good sustain, an ult to kind of counter somebody else. If the damage is not too much of a burst. Get rid of that punk. America. I wish they would do, I'm sure I said this before, but since they have a Spider Punk, and they've got like Punk Hulk, I wish they would do the Captain America from the Spider Punk like world, Captain Anarchy. That would make me very happy. I would love to see that. I don't know if they ever will. I think that would be just a bit too far. If you've never played it, I probably asked you, have you ever played Disco Elysium? One of my, probably the best video game ever, if not the best, it's definitely my top 3, right? And there's a lot of political commentary in it. And one of the lines that I was just reminded of, and that's why I brought her up, was that capitalism subsumes everything within itself, including critiques of capitalism. So if you have a shirt that says "I hate capitalism," you know, they'll sell it. You know, they'll put it on a shirt and sell the sentiment. So it's funny to see. Oh, the shark ended up doing nothing to us. That's good. Oh no! We can take it back. So like, would they put a Captain Anarchy skin in this game? If it was like a paid skin, they probably would, right? Like, if you had to pay to unlock it, that'd be ironic, and people would, right? How many Che Guevara shirts have been sold? But I was talking too with somebody earlier about the Werewolf 5th edition book. I don't for World of Darkness. I don't really care. It was made by a Marxist collective, but their company got bought out by investors. Right. Yeah, that's what happens. We live in the. Anytime somebody's like, "Oh, well, you hate capitalism," and yet here you are participating, it's like, listen. One of my biggest critiques of this system is that I'm forced to participate. Like, hello, I wouldn't if I didn't have to. You think it's so? I'm doing it because I wanna. But anyway, Werewolf, the Apocalypse, or Werewolf Edition, any werewolf. Capitalism and all that is a. If you know anything about the lore of Werewolf, I don't know if you do. How like they believe in the Weaver, the Worm, and the Wild. The Weaver is the creator of all the stuff. The Worm is entropy, and the Wild is the, I don't know, like chaos, I guess you could say. But those spirits have been corrupted. So the corrupted worm consumes everything without end, instead of things being balanced. And so the corrupted Weaver it's like cancer. It just grows and grows and grows too much. And so capitalism and big cities and all this stuff is not a characteristic, how do I say, a symptom of that broken system, or the broken spirit of the weaver, just weaving too much. Systems that weaving with not a perfect web, but an imperfect creation that collapses upon itself. And capitalism is a perfect example of that. So in the new book that they put out, the edition of World of Darkness, they have to have like a whole side panel about how capitalism isn't really evil, or like some crazy right-wing apologetics to go into their book about being
The battle starts in 5.
I don't know what you call that kind of anarchism.
2, 1.
A
All you need to do is capture the mission.
there's a certain word for it, like green anarchist. No, but different than that. Similar but distinct. Something's really funny. Like what other word to use here? Something like. Not barbaric, but something like that, without such a bad connotation. Anarcho, what? Like primal? Is that what that stands for? You gotta help me. You gotta spell the whole thing out. I only have about 2 brain cells left, and they're both competing for 3rd place. Primitivist, see, SOS, that precise thing. Yes. So, in some werewolves are like that. I mean, they're werewolves. And so in a game where you've got a lot of this, those are your protagonists, but you're selling it, so like, now you have to be like, oh, but by the way, I think we were talking about this too, about how like the Black Panther movie Killmonger was right, and so they have to make him, they have to like character assassinate him, so that people don't empathize with it too much. Who did Loki turn? Oh, it was Loki. They're not. I love to kill these people, but they're not in the line of sight. Alright, girl, I just healed you and you're gonna run out there? You're not even at full health yet. Don't cry to me when you say you're not getting the right kind of healing. Alright, if you want premium healing without ads, you gotta pay extra. Gotta keep our healers healed. I'm wasting my time shooting all the time. If you ever want to learn to play well, do the opposite of what I just did. There should be no reason for me to have focused that strange like that. It was wasting a lot of time. But yes, thank you. Anarcho-primitive is precisely the term. Just so. You do it with all of them. Poisoning the well of those ideas that made the villain right. It's part of why I don't read fiction anymore. Watching movies can be different. Slowly coming to terms with how there is no such thing as being evil. It's all propaganda and indoctrination. Yeah, you know what? It is, because it needs to be. It's got to go through a government's approved, like, censorship, right? And not only does it have to. So they're not going to let you just say anything, you know. And of course, they're gonna hide behind like, oh, like for the children. You're gonna let the children see it. But yeah, it's all propaganda. But then, could you also say, and I've already agreed with you that yes, it's specifically capitalist propaganda. But is anything that teaches you a moral lesson propaganda one way or another? There are many layers to making sure the desired messages are the ones that matter. Yeah, I agree. It can be very subtle. kill these. Block the deal. She's got too much off. I didn't know what it was. What on? Let's go save that person back here. I don't know if I saved him, did he? Is it really spider time? It doesn't look like you're really doing much spidering. Okay. Where's our cart? All the way back. But yeah, not to be pedantic, but yes, we're talking about propaganda when it comes to economic. Oh, sniper! In FPSs, I kind of think it always seems to be the case that whoever plays the sniper refuses to stand on the objective, and of course, because that's not where they can do the most damage, I guess, or not play their role the best. But even when we're like down to the wire and we desperately need somebody to just touch the point for a moment to get us into overtime, they won't. It's like, it's supposed to be a team game. Our squirrel girl is doing what I was saying that you should be doing. She couldn't be up close, but yet she's standing on the point because that's the freaking objective. If we were playing Overwatch or whatever, you'd have the Widowmaker all the way, as far back as they possibly could be, never even trying to get to them. It's been my experience that way anyway. We can tie this back to gatekeeping. Right now, the media we consume is faulted by outsiders who control our world. If we had... Oh, no, I will read what you said. I'll hide right here. Outsiders who control our worldview. If we had control of our own media, the messages in them would be different. Like, I don't know, if you've ever watched movies from the arcade, much more wholesome stuff. Yeah. So by outsiders, what do you mean? Do you mean foreigners? Or are you talking about outsiders in the sense that, like, the people who control the media aren't, like, it's not made for them to consume? Like for instance, like, the people who make the laws don't have to follow the laws. They are aliens in that sense. Because in both ways, I can see argument for both. Because a lot of the media we make is made to be consumed by like China, let's say, for instance. We've got to keep in mind what that government would and would not want to see, so that we could, the movie company can be sure to sell the most, get the most customers there. Like Disney does that. They're pretty infamous for that. Oh, I was just trying to get to a point. Even if I had to die. Yeah, the ruling class, 100%. Not implying foreigners. I'm much happier watching movies in China. Yeah, right on. I hear you. It is the ruling class. It's a great way to put it. This MVP skin, Loki for president. Loki in the comics, Loki really does run for president. And he like shows up to foil the assassination of the two party members that are, how do I say, the two candidates that are running for president, and he foils like Hydra's attempt to kill them. But then he points out that they're liars, and he's like, I should know, I'm the god of lies. I know that they don't intend to do any of the things that they said that they were going to do. And if I were running for president, I would have the decency to lie right to your face, and you would love me for it. And so it's obviously a very tongue-in-cheek, but it is a reference to like MAGA, and how you know that everybody oh, look at Loki, yeah, he's lying, but he's telling us that he's lying. It's so different from what everyone else is doing. That's why I'm gonna vote for him. He's so brave. He's got the, you know, the backbone to lie to our faces, etc., etc. Anyway, he never becomes president. But what were we talking about? Oh yeah. The ruling class. Yeah, it's propaganda. It's all propaganda. And you know, I bring that up when I talk to people about socialism and things like that, and they say, well, you know, it's human nature. That's why socialism would never work. It's human nature to be greedy and self-centered and so on. And I say to them, well, that's only, you say that because that's your observation from living in a country that spends, I don't know, billions of dollars every year on pure propaganda. I mean, they call it entertainment and advertising, but in reality, what is it? It is propaganda. And a lot of the money goes to research to find out precisely how to sell you on the idea that capitalism is the greatest in the world system, and that socialism and communism is the devil, and it could never work. It's always doomed to fail. Now, funny enough, it's so doomed to fail that any time a country tries it, we have to send the CIA to go and stop them, but that's neither here nor there. It is a very precisely crafted psyop, right, to get you to think in a certain way. I saw you said something. It's human nature is as accurate as watching an animal in a zoo and creating a conclusion about their essential nature based on what you see in their artificial environment. Yeah, 100%. That's the exact same thing. Your human nature is based on material conditions, right? So if we had those same trillions of dollars to spend on propaganda to teach people to care about their community, to share with one another, to look out for their fellow citizens, etc., that's what they would do. Don't come at me with, you know, this other nonsense. But that being said, right? That's why I try to remind myself of all this, so that I can have empathy toward these people, because, like I said, it's a perfect mousetrap to catch them. So then how can I shame them for being caught, right? That would be wrong of me to say, well, what are you, stupid? Why do you think that way? It's not, you know? There has to be some kind of balance. What do you think? I can't 100% blame them. But some people they don't like to think. And so they hear one thing, and they say, okay, well, I've heard enough. No need to do any further research on this. I've got all I need to hear. And they don't want to learn. They like being ignorant. They're proud of it almost. That I can't abide. I hate that. I cannot stand people who are willfully and proudly ignorant. I don't understand that. You guys leave this Hulk alone. Good. Somebody get this Iron Fist away from me. Give me a little Danny Rand, you cracker. Now I've lost my train of thought here. But yeah, propaganda, a lot of it. And it's you're okay. So talking about bringing it back to like Eastern philosophy and stuff, and Western philosophy too. You consider the Greeks Western. The metaphor or the parable of the cave, where these people, they were always presented with the shadows on the wall. So much that they thought that's what life really was. Cheaper townhomes. Oh, let's make our Swift retreat. Oh, we do have a rampaging hawk. Okay, maybe we'll stick with it. Yeah, we've got enough. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the cave, and if all you, let's say, like we know academically that this is just propaganda, and it's not true, but you got to remind yourself that it isn't, because you get exposed to this propaganda all day long, every day, and it would be very easy to forget that it isn't real. That's the same thing when we're talking about Eastern philosophy, like Zen Buddhism. No, I'm sorry, I take that back. I hate it. It is not Buddhism. It's merely Zen. It's its own thing. Are both of those ours? Ooh. I thought one was Zen is not Buddhism. They're often referred to together, but it's not the same. Zen doesn't care about the 5 vehicles or the Eightfold Path. And like Japanese style Soto Zen is also not real Zen, but that's neither here nor there. The same thing with that. The world is, they call it an illusion, but really all they're trying to say is that it's based on your perception, right? Like things don't have inherent meaning. If you know, I showed a stop sign to an alien, they wouldn't know what it meant. You only know what it means when someone tells you what it means, and then you assign that meaning to what you're looking at. So you have to remind yourself that it's not real. That what matters really is up to you, and the only meaning that things have is the meaning that you give to things. The same is with this capitalist propaganda. You have to always remember it is just propaganda. Oh Lord. Sorry, Felix, I'm trying to help you. I'll help that. Paul. Is that us? Keep everybody alive. Good on me. I only put myself out of the back. Empathy is good, and I'm Marxist, so I'm supposed to consider people's condition. But that also means I don't care about intent or blame. A thing is what it does. Oh, I'm getting out of here. I'm wasting my time fighting, trying to 1v1 this stupid squirrel girl when I could be harassing the hell out of this woman. Is what it does. I'm gonna hide here so I can read your message. Okay. I don't care about intent or blame. Fair. A thing is what it does, not what it is meant to be. Okay. If a person is effectively something that they did not intend, I may empathize, but I will still treat them as such. Fair enough. Nobody's immune to propaganda, though. We resist it better seeing it for what it is, but we can still fall for it, given enough exposure. Yeah, that's exactly what I was trying to say. That you have to constantly remind yourself that it's not like it's just bullshit, or you'll end up believing it. And yeah, you can't blame someone. But like you said, there's intent. Intent only goes so far. Like, yes, if I were to judge somebody, which I'm really good at, but I try not to do. Intent is a mitigating factor. There's a difference between first degree and second degree murder. Can I fly through this portal? But it's murder nonetheless, right? You may not have meant to, but they're dead. The world is not black. Oh, she was almost dead. That was a pretty good ult. Good job. Good job. Excellent work, me. That's one of those old 90s cartoons quotes that live in my head rent-free. So, gotta hide from that hella. Remember how I said I was gonna hide from that hella, and then I didn't? And then I died? Yeah, good time. Oh, it actually wasn't the hella that got me. It was the freaking Punisher. You can't cover every angle. What can I say? For second degree, do you have to go to Japan for a Form 2? Okay, yeah, so the crazy thing is that... So I'm in this situation where I'm trying to get my third degree. But I've never been to Japan. And if my previous sensei from 12 years ago went and registered it, he never gave me a copy. So I don't know. So because I don't have any copies of my certificates, if they ask me to produce them, which they will, when I'm third degree, they won't give it to me. So that means that every time somebody has to rank up, someone needs to go to Japan and by hand, like, do all the paperwork process in person. And so if you don't do it yourself, you can have somebody do it on your behalf, but they still have to present your documents. And they have to be high enough rank to do it. For second degree, do you have to go to Japan to Form 2? That was a murder. Okay, you understand that I've been trying to deal with this second degree, getting these forms thing for like a week, and it's been on the forefront of my mind, so I didn't get it, but yes. No, you don't have to go to you don't have to go to Japan for second degree murder. I don't know. If we outsource our prisons to Japan, we might send you to Japan to live out your sentence. But anyway, it's 1 a.m. over there. It's 11 p.m. over here. Obviously, I'm getting very tired. And it's been 3 hours, so now the stream is over. Thank you very much, Shug, for coming out and talking with me. It's always much better when you're around, 1,000%. I'll catch you on the next one. I hope to see you again.
Thank you.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.